Hello and welcome back to another unboxing video today. I've got two auctions that I bought off eBay that I'm going to be unboxing for you. First off, I'm going to show you my cool and relevant shirt. I think I maybe have worn this one before. We've got Prince Adam and Cringer there, fabulous secret powers. I also have on some pink pants that at first was thinking is what Prince Adam wore, but obviously his is more purple, and it's his vest that's pink. But it's the thought that counts, right? So I do have two unboxings to do. If you've read the description, you already know what they are. But just in terms of breaking it down for price-wise, what I paid, and I'm just guessing here, this feels lighter, so this is probably the keychain and loyal subjects figures. This one ended up being about $17 with tax, shipping, and everything. And then the 40th anniversary figures were about $38, I think. So all in all, for both auctions, about $55. So I wanted to get that out there very first so that I would remember, and then we'll dive on in. I do have some scissors here. I'm just going to cut the tape on these, and then I'll pull them out live. I realize I always call these a live unboxing, but I don't air them live. It's just you get to view them live, so that might be a little bit of a misnomer. But anyway, enough rambling about that. Let me get these opened up for you, and we'll pull the figures out. We'll start with the smaller items, the keychains, I think, and then we'll move on to this group of figures. So let's jump ahead to that point. All right, so the only part that took place behind the scenes was I cracked open the tape here, and now I'm just going to go ahead and, as always, remove the figures for you to see. So let's see if I can get the best possible angle here to do this in. Newspaper and fluffy stuff here, but here, nicely bagged up for us is the lot. And of course, what I'll do is show these one by one, but then I'll find a place to set them up and do my normal flyby close-up. So first out of this bag, we've got Beastman. This is one of those loyal subjects kind of figures. Maybe remember I've done a Power Rangers loyal subjects video. So again, close-ups to come. We'll do the loyal subjects ones first, and then I'll show you the keychain. So Beastman does have his whip, right? I'm thinking this tripod can maybe come a little closer for this part, so let me pause it briefly. Okay, yeah, I feel a little bit better about that angle, so I can show you a little bit more closely as it comes up. So there's Beastman and his whip, which he can hold. These are pretty cool. I do like the loyal subjects figures. I think they're pretty neat. So I'll show you the next of those. Just pull them out of the bag here. Newspaper out of the shot. So you've got He-Man, and it's the battle armor He-Man version. He's got his battle armor on. Right, pretty cool. I don't see an accessory for him, and that's I'm sure normal. In fact, I didn't even realize Beastman had his, so that was almost like a bonus. Then the Sorceress. She's pretty cool, too. So those are the three loyal subjects figures. So He-Man, Beastman, the Sorceress, and then two keychains. And it's actually, it looks like Battle Armor Skeletor. He's one of the figural clip keychains. He has his Havoc staff there. And then my personal favorite, always been my favorite, is Stratos. So I thought it was really cool that he was in this auction as well. So I don't know if these are all the same company, the keychains, the figural clip keychains are the same company that makes the little subjects or not. I guess I should have done some research. So, but anyway, I think I said 17, 18 bucks or so for that. I think that's a pretty good deal for that little lot of guys. And some cool characters in there. Obviously getting He-Man and Skeletor is cool. The Sorceress is always cool. I have her vintage figure. And I have a bunch of He-Man figures, but she's not in the greatest of shape because it's a pretty expensive rare to find the vintage sorceress. I do have one of hers, but I think she's missing like a hand and she's pretty rough. But cool figures there. We'll go ahead and shift a little here. It looks like the camera's at an angle, and then we'll do the other box. All right, so moving on to the second box, and I'll move these guys sort of into the shot. It's not the greatest of angle, but you can kind of sort of almost see them all. This other box, like I said, it was a little bit more money, but I still felt like it was a pretty good deal. It was just $34.99, bid price, no shipping charge. So with tax and everything, I think it came out to about 38 bucks, which works out to about $10 a figure. And for these particular figures, from what I could see, just looking at each individual one available on eBay, that seemed to be a pretty reasonable price. So they are loose, but let's just go ahead and open them up. Sorry, I paused the video there again. I just feel like this phone is still at a weird angle within my tripod, but I'm not certain I can solve for that. I think it may be time for a new tripod soon. But anyway, so we're going to do the best we can here. Let's, without further ado, get this box over here and crack it open. So this is a huge figure. This is Beastman. I want to say these are probably like masterverse. This is actually like fur, and it's quite soft. And again, as always, close-ups to come. But there is Beastman. I think these, some of them did have some accessories. So they've got like interchangeable hands and stuff, and I think some of these had weapons. So we'll lay it all out as it comes to be. Let's see if there's somewhere he can be in the shot with us here. And here's He-Man, the man himself. And again, these, I want to say they were called 40th anniversary, excuse me, 40th anniversary figures. And I should have done a little bit more research on them, but if you're watching the video, you may already have a better idea, or you certainly can do some research as well on them. Next in here, they've done a really nice job. I guess I should be showing it from this angle. They've packaged them each individually, kind of wrapped in here, and I can see some accessories down in there. Not sure how well you can see that. But here's Skeletor. And this is pretty nice. This cape is cloth. There's Skeletor. Here, and he's got this little piece of armor that the cape's attached to. And then last, but certainly not least, we've got She-Rath. And again, cloth cape. I'm sure this crown looks like it's probably removable. I actually think she may have a totally interchangeable second head that comes with that, if I'm not mistaken. So original She-Rath, Princess of Power, you remember, had the actual synthetic hair. This is a big plastic, chunk of plastic hair. But there's She-Rath, so let's put her right out in front. As far as accessories, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that that's Beastman's club. Obviously the Havoc staff here for Skeletor. And then within here we've got some additional accessories. So you can see there is She-Rath's other head. We'll put these out. He-Man's sword and axe and shield are in there. And some other goodies as well. She-Rath's stuff. So let me get this stuff kind of all laid out and do my normal sort of flyby close-ups of everything. Where's my remote? Oh.
Alright, so we've got these laid out, and hopefully the lighting and camera cooperate somewhat here so you can see these a little bit more up close. As I was laying these out, I started to remember, I'm pretty sure Beastman was the first Masters of the Universe figure that I got when I was a kid. That seems to be true to my recollection. Now these figures, again, I think they're called masterverse and a little bit of research would have gone a long way on that. But they are extremely highly detailed figures. I'm super impressed with them. I don't know that they're necessarily complete. And again, I could have done more research. I could have read the auction listing better, but I paid a price that I thought was fair for what I knew that I was getting, which was basically by just looking at the pictures. I've gotten lazy in my old age, my long-term eBay use. I don't do nearly as much investigating into it. I just look at it and say, I think that's a fair price for what I can see in the pictures, and then I'll pay that price. So, but you see that they do have hands and heads that can be kind of swapped onto the figures, which I think is pretty cool. I haven't obviously done that here, but you know, I might do that and do some pictures. I am on Instagram, and a lot of my pictures from my collection do wind up there. If I fail to put it in text, my Instagram is retro_gamer_4, and then _life. Retro Gamer for Life is my Instagram. And so if I do more pictures and close-ups, and you know, maybe be cool like some of those guys that pose these in, you know, sweet action scenes and stuff, that's where that would probably live, would be on Instagram. But these are pretty neat, like just the level, like I said, of detail, the articulation. And I realize you can't see a whole lot of that here in this video, but just seeing them up close. Obviously more these 40th anniversary Masterverse figures than the loyal subjects or the figural collection, but they're pretty dang cool too, don't get me wrong. It's just when you look at these Masterverse figures, and the light's not being super cooperative, but that's a pretty cool She-Rath. And you see she has like the armor and cape that would go, you know, I guess with that look. But not a way to remove just the crown that I saw, but maybe I didn't look quite far enough. But I like that other Skeletor head as well. And then Beastman, like I said, he has his more kind of traditional armor. And I assumed that was his sword, definitely his club. So no sword for Skeletor.
All right, and so that about officially wraps it up. I've got him hanging out on the couch here behind me for the Masters of the Universe He-Man 2 toy lots, collectible lots, unboxing and brief review video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the channel and that you're a subscriber. I'd love to receive any kind of feedback, opinions, thoughts, not only on the channel and content, the auctions, and the things that we're doing here, but just let me know about your channel. Let me know about the content that you're making and things that you'd maybe like to see down the road, that sort of thing. Quick view of the shirt. I think that's so cool. I've had it for a long time. I actually have 2 He-Man shirts. We couldn't find the other one. Would have done a costume change in between at some point had I located it, but whoa, he lost his cape and armor. But anyway, more to come, I'm sure. Masters of the Universe or something, whenever I can find a good deal, I'll typically pick those up. Felt like these were a good deal again for everything there, about $55, $56. I felt like that was reasonable. Obviously, wouldn't have paid the price had I thought that it was unreasonable. I think these were both just ones that I was the first and only bidder on. They just, I think, happened to be ending at kind of an obscure time. So not a deal you would necessarily always be able to find. But really, I think these are really cool, highly detailed figures. And I'm just now realizing I didn't really show their backs very much. I don't know how much of interest that would be to people, but I did kind of fail to do that as I was doing the close-ups. And he had a little headpiece that I put on when he was on the table, but it fell when I moved him over here, and I got to look for it. But I like the fur, you know, and some of the different elements to these dolls or these figures than what you would see on some of the various. And obviously, there's been a lot of collections over the years, and especially of recent, different ways to get Masters of the Universe figures, but I felt like these were pretty cool. And I always love little collectibles. Like I said, I did get a bunch of Royal Subject figures that are from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. If you're into that and haven't checked that out, or even if you have, go back and check that one out as well. But anyway, thanks again, as always, for watching, and I certainly hope that you have yourself a great day. So we will see you next time. Take care.